Hey YouTube family, what's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, welcome to This is Real Reactions and Real Reviews by Shar. No, I don't feel like coming on camera today. I'm looking cute, but I just don't feel like it. I just wanted to give, and I'm always late to the party, so. And my grass man is outside cutting my lawn. But anyway, let me move. Uh, I just want to give like a quick 2 cent. Okay, he's near the window. Seemed like he's following me. I wanted to give a quick 2 cents about this whole TGIF show being canceled. I hate that. I used to watch that. Not as faithfully as I did. Is he following me from room to room? Anyway, I used to watch it, especially when Funky Dineva was on the show. I really enjoy him. I follow him and everything, like I said in my last video. And I enjoyed Armon. I enjoyed his splash of spice in the conversation. I really did. I can't lie. I'm not an Armon fan. I don't go to his channel like that, but to watch him, to see him add his input on the show was really good to me. But I have yet to hear anybody talk about things from Claudia's perspective. Meaning, like there were times when they would have like questions or what would you do or any type of questions that stem with former relationships. And it was nothing for Al to always bring up Claudia's ex, the young guy. I can't remember his initials. JT, Take, TK, AJ, RJ. I can't remember what it is, but you all know who he was. And they were also on a reality show together. So I didn't know that they had broke up since that reality show, because they were able to be honest about some things, which I think is great. And she says she's still friends with him. But whenever they would discuss, like dressing up, being sexy, doing certain things, Al would be like, really? So you've never done anything with such? He would say their name. And you could tell that Claudia would be like, she would answer him because she, to me, Claudia would be very honest out in public. She has nothing to hide when it comes to her and her ex. Or he'll be like, oh, okay, what about the older gentleman that you have? It was like, I could see why Claudia would probably have like some little feelings of disdain toward Al, because when it came to her relationships and her exes and stuff, she would never really volunteer their information. But Al would always, and I mean always, bring up her former relationships. However, the rumor is that nobody else was allowed to bring up his in public. And I guess Star was like, we cutting it down. Don't be talking about me. Because I think, of course, Star was probably embarrassed of being married to a man who was bisexual. And back then, it wasn't as acceptable as it is now. So, but I think that it's really, really interesting how he didn't think twice about asking her about her relationships in public. No matter how embarrassing or how personal they were, he would say it. And so you could tell that she would be a little, get a little choked up in throat, like, well, I dressed up as a nurse, or I spanked him, whatever the case may be. She would say exactly what they did, not in detail, of course, but she would express, okay, this grass man is like really near my bedroom window, but she would say, what they did, but she respected him enough to the point where she never asked about Star in public. I guess because their job depended on it. I guess. Or I guess it was a human resource thing, whatever the case may be, or a cease and desist that Star mentioned that nobody is supposed to mention her name. But if you're a guest, unless you know about it, like how Lunel brought her up, and Al kind of skirted his way around that question. I think that's where everything started. But prior to that, Al had no qualms about asking Claudia on air about her sexcapades, about her dressing up, about her whatever she would do with him. He would always bring up that guy. Always. And I'm sure Claudia got a little pissed about that. I just haven't heard anybody mention it or say anything about it or anything like that. So that's just something that I just thought about. That I hate that it's been canceled. I hate that that they're not coming back. Maybe they'll come back in another revamp. I have a feeling. I remember on Funky's show that he kind of led on, and even Al kind of led on to maybe they were doing something. And also, if you know that Al was in Greece last week, and then and Funky was also out of the country around the same time. Now I don't know if they were in the same vicinity, but I just thought that that was kind of strange that they were both out of the country, not just out of town, but out of the country around the same time. So, um, Claudia always has some things under up her sleeve, and in a good way. I respect her hustle. I respect that she's gonna always get to the bag, as everybody is saying. But that's just my little bit of 2, 3, 53 cents on this whole TGIF debacle. It's sad. I mean, the read was reading though. That read was epic. It was, but I think Armon, of course, he knew about it, but somebody definitely used him as a puppet. Somebody definitely had him by the strings and was pulling his strings. And I still stand by what I stood by. That I believe that Al did like Armand. He thought that he was a good fit for the show. I saw the genuineness on his face. You can always tell when Al is pissed because there's a certain look that comes on his face compared to when he's really happy or when he's really drunk. And I really believe that he really enjoyed having Armand there. He liked that Armand was a very controversial. Even found himself talking louder and being more ballsy. Not saying he don't have no balls, but you know what I mean. He really started talking out and talking over and using all these, these slangs and stuff. I'm like, Al don't normally talk like that. He's really been encouraged by Armand because of the balance that they have there. Because it was real odd for him to talk like that, but he started talking like, "Girl, I would." Let's start just saying different things that's out of his character. So I think he enjoyed having Armand there. Now something happened behind the scenes that I don't know about, haven't been privy to. Nobody knows me. I don't know them like that. But this is just stuff that I've noticed, and nobody really talks about. Nobody talks about. They talk about Armand's past and how he has messed up a lot of relationships, which he has with a lot of mentors and celebrities sometimes, and not even last a good 90 days, and the show is gone. I mean, hopefully he did some good things with his money. I wish I would be on the damn computer just an hour a day and get paid $250,000. That would be a blessing. But that's all I wanted to say. I mean, my opinion probably doesn't matter much, but I just wanted to say that I hate that they're gone. My play is finally starting, so I don't have to be on stage as much. So to be home and not have a chance to really watch that is kind of weird, but it's okay. I'll find another show to watch on YouTube because YouTube is my lifeline. I really enjoy the YouTube atmosphere. But that's all. That's all I have to say. I wanted just to give my little bit of what I feel about what nobody talks about. Nobody's talking about how Alice was always talking about what in the world Claudia and her old boyfriend was doing. And whenever they would ask, he'll be like, "Well, everybody knows I'm open and I've had orgies and stuff." But it's like, but you don't give details. It's like you tell it and then you think that we're supposed to remember it. You got to remember you're getting new people all the time, so you're gonna have to repeat it sometimes. And he felt like he didn't want to talk about that stuff. He still had that clutch my pearls type of, no, I'm not going to tell you. You should know it. Look back at some old videos, and that's not right. You expect for Claudia to answer a question about her ex, but you don't want to answer, or it's written in the contract that nobody's supposed to say anything about yours. That's weird to me. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's a good person. Everybody has probably had made some mistakes, probably trying to be close in some areas and became bedfellows, behind the scenes and on camera. I'm not saying that I know anything. It's just stuff that I've heard other YouTubers talk about. But that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully they will work something out. Some people are just meant to be in your life for a reason and for a season. They clearly have ended their season. So I will sit back with my tea and see what happens. But that's just my reaction to the whole TGI Friday debacle. I hate that it's gone. I really do. But, if somebody knows Claudia, please share my video with her to let her know. I'm on her side. Me and her around the same age, and I love her. She's cool. I feel like she's like a friend in my head. I feel like she is. So, or Al is cool. I've been hearing about him for years. I'm from the area where he teaches, so I believe that he's doing a really great job up there at the college. And I'm not too familiar with Armon. I don't really know him well, but I haven't really heard a lot of pleasant things about him. But I like him. He's fire. He's a spark for me, and I like him. I'm not going to subscribe to his channel, but I do think he's cool. So anyway, thank you so much for coming by. I see that we're growing. We're still growing. Thank you so much. And I will be back very, very soon with the reaction, real review for either something old school or something new school. You never know. Bye.